Welcome everybody to a new video from GlasWeld. We're really excited to be with you today to introduce to you a whole host of new products for headlight restoration from GlasWeld. We've spent the last year plus testing and designing new tools and new supplies and new techniques to make headlight restoration faster and easier than ever before. And in this video today, we're going to show you exactly how to use these new products, and we're going to introduce them to you in real time as well. So all of our focus on these new tools is ways to make the process easier and faster to get the highest grade OEM professional results, but without all the steps, without all the time. So that's really our focus with these new tools, and we think you're going to see that in this real-time video. We're going to do sort of a hybrid between training and a live demonstration, so you can see the process if you're interested in headlight restoration. But if you're also doing headlight restoration or you're thinking about doing this, will also serve to kind of walk you through the steps of doing this high quality headlight restoration with these new tools and new supplies. And for existing customers or those who have been looking at our products, we're also going to introduce each one of these new tools successively throughout the demonstration process. So we're really excited to show this to you. If you're a mobile technician, you're going to find these tools to be much more mobile friendly, which is huge because now you can do headlight restoration basically anywhere without even a real power source. And we think that's a game changer. It's way faster and way easier as well. If you're an existing tech already doing headlight restoration, these new tools and new steps are going to speed up the process. We might be able to cut out half of the time that you're spending currently on headlight restoration with these new techniques. And if you're just looking at headlight restoration, but you thought, man, it's just too time consuming or too tedious, or the results aren't that great, we think this video might change your mind on that regard as well. So let's get right into it. We're going to do a live demonstration here on this Toyota 4Runner that has some nicely yellowed out headlights, really great off-road vehicle, but these yellowed headlights, of course, impact the user's ability to really see the road, especially at night. So we're going to go ahead and start by introducing our brand new product from GlasWeld. And this is the first product we're going to introduce, and then we're going to show you how to use it. We call this the Prep Spray, Rapid Headlight Restoration from GlasWeld. Now, this product, we believe, is a total game changer when it comes to doing professional grade headlight restoration. Because what it does is it essentially cuts out as many as 2 or 3 sanding steps with a proprietary formula that helps to break down the oxidation on the headlight in a matter of 1 to 2 minutes and without direct intervention from you as the technician. It also at the same time is going to clean the lens and prep it. It's not going to leave any residue, any soapy stuff on the surface. So let's go ahead and show you how to use this product, and you're going to see right away the impact of it. So we just shake it up a little bit, and then we're going to come right to these headlights. We have not cleaned these yet, so it's going to sort of serve as a cleaner and a deoxidizer as well at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and just spray this headlight, soak it really well. And I don't know if you can see that in the video, but there is just massive quantities of yellow stuff dripping off of this headlight. And that just immediately starts to happen. So the prep spray, the rapid headlight prep spray from GlasWeld, does wonders for removing that oxidation. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I'm just going to let it sit there for about 1 minute. I'm going to grab myself a paper towel. If I have some paper towels, maybe somebody can throw me some paper towels back behind here. Look at that. All right, so paper towels ready to go. We're going to go ahead and now use that on this headlight here. So after about a minute, we're going to go ahead and wipe off all of that yellow stuff on the surface. And again, this is cutting out multiple sanding steps that we would normally use to remove all that. So we're just going to take our paper towel, wipe it off really well. And you can leave this on longer too if you want to get even more of that oxidation off. Use a little bit of elbow grease just to kind of remove that surface. At the same time we're cleaning the headlight, you're probably going to notice that already this headlight is going to look way different, not nearly as yellow as it did at the beginning. And look at all of that oxidation we got off the headlight just with that one step. Same thing on the other side. So we're going to go ahead and wipe that off really well. Get all that nasty yellow oxidation off without having to use multiple step sanding to get there. So look at all that oxidation again on that side. All right, so that's the first product, the new product and new technique. That prep spray does a lot of the work for you. So now let's move on to the next new thing that we want to introduce. Now, These discs are the latest product for headlight restoration. It works in conjunction with the prep spray. We call them simply sand. So you can see a theme here: prep, sand, and then we're going to go to coat. What we have found with these discs is, first off, let me just kind of show you how they look like here. You'll see that they're foam backed, so they're nice and cushy. They say GlasWeld 4 on the back. Now these come in different grits as well. So if you have more severe situations, maybe with some scratches, micro cracking, or other things like that, we have other grits available. But in about 90% of headlights, the number 4 disc is the only disc you'll have to use. So we're going to show you how to do this headlight restoration with one disc only, the number 4, start to finish. That's it for both of these headlights. Now, here's the cool thing about these discs as well. You can do them by hand. You can certainly do that. Or you can use them in conjunction with another new product from GlasWeld. I'm going to show you that right now. So that is this guy right here. The new mobile cordless polisher from GlasWeld. This lightweight, compact, random orbital tool comes with 2 batteries. Will allow you to do probably a couple of dozen sets of headlights between those 2 batteries without charging. You turn it on just like so. You have a speed control right here, includes a backer pad, and it comes with 2 different chucks that will give you different random orbital action on it. An awesome tool, lightweight, mobile. Again, you don't have to have a power source to use this. And if you're doing any kind of mobile detailing or other services, this tool will also help you probably with other services that you provide. So let's show you how to use this. So we're just going to take our GlasWeld number 4 disc, the one and only disc we're going to use for this process, and we're going to adhere it to the mobile polisher, just like so, hook and loop. And now we're going to go ahead and take our prep spray once again, and we're going to soak this first headlight one more time. You'll notice this time you don't see all that yellow because there's not nearly as much left on there. Now we're just going to use that prep spray as a lubricant for this process. We're going to make sure that this is on low speed, so probably A, B, or C. And we're going to start up on this side, and we're going to go ahead and remove the rest of this oxidation with this one step and with the new mobile polisher. So let's get rolling. Okay, so about a minute's worth of sanding there. You can see we've got a bunch of yellow stuff on there that's come off. Now we're going to go ahead and use, while our abrasive is still strong, we're going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So again, spritz it just as a lubricant. Now the prep spray combined with this number 4 disc really helps to work on the lens. And that's one of the things that allows us to do this without multiple steps. So let's do this side. Okay, great. So we're done removing that oxidation. I'm going to keep the number 4 disc on there because I want to show you something real quick here. We're going to take a paper towel and just some water this time, and we're just going to clean the headlight in preparation for the next step. All right. Okay. So that looks really, really good. If you have any excess drips that have fallen down on the bumper, you can wipe those off as well. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. All right. Very good. Excellent. So now we have a choice to make. We can leave the number 4 disc on here And now that it's broken down a little bit, what I can do is just turn up the speed on it, which is what I'm going to do. Or we can put a GlasWeld number 5 disc, which might give us a little more pop as a final step. But this final step of sanding is really just meant to be pretty quick, to give you a little extra sheen to the headlight. So in this case, I'm just going to do what I promised, show you how to do it with one disc. We're going to crank it up all the way up to like E or F. We're going to spritz a little bit of water on the headlight. And this time, we're just going to run it for maybe 30 seconds or so on each side. Again, with the same number 4 sand disc. Okay, excellent. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. All right, very good. So our sanding steps are now done. We're gonna go ahead and take a paper towel here, wipe it off real well, and we are ready to move on to the final step, which is to coat these headlights to get them ready for that OEM grade hard coat that we're gonna apply. So let's just wipe off that excess, make sure the headlight is nice and clean. Then we're gonna take a bottle. I like to keep a bottle of isopropyl or just rubbing alcohol handy. It's just an easier way to make sure you get a really thoroughly clean headlight before you coat. So you get really good adhesion. You don't have fingerprints or anything. So just take a bottle of isopropyl with a spray cap on it, and I just soak the headlight kind of corner to corner so that, you know, we can make sure that we get all that moisture off the surface, all the fingerprints, etc. Just like so. Just kind of let it dry for a minute. We'll wipe that dry, and then we are ready to coat this headlight. But as you've seen so far, we're able to just, with that one disc, get these headlights really clear and really ready to coat. Again, we can use that number 5 disc if you want to get a little extra pop, but we're going to try to show you in this video how to do this as quick and as simple as possible to get a professional grade headlight restoration. All right, so let's dry this off. Looks really good. Nice uniform look on the surface. And I love that because, you know, as someone who's done a lot of headlight restoration in the past, I can tell you that it's tedious doing 2, 3, 4 steps of sanding on every headlight. So being able to cut that out makes a big difference. Just make sure everything's nice and dry and tidy. Okay, so now we have our applicator pads from GlasWeld, these little microfiber applicators, which will cover a big surface of the headlight. And then we're going to use that in conjunction with our GClear OEM grade UV hard coat. So these now come in a Mylar bag that helps to block all the odor and kind of keep everything sealed up. So when you're done with these, you can put them back in this bag. You can also put the applicators back in the bag. The applicators are usually used for 1 to 2 sets of headlights. And what I'm going to do in this case is I am going to load up the corner, just to show you the technique right here, since you're not going to see it up close, with coating. Then I'm going to hit all of the edges of the headlight. Then I'm going to quickly reload and then do the whole front. Then we're going to flip the applicator pad around and do the same thing on the other side. So let's go ahead and show you how to do that with this OEM grade hard coat from GlasWeld. Shake it up a little bit. And then we're going to load up that edge nice, pretty heavily. And then go ahead and just real quickly kind of hit the edges of that headlight then reload a couple more squirts, and come back. And this time with one continuous motion, checking for any like little spots we might have missed, just kind of keeping that flowing. That's how we're going to coat it. Same thing on the other side. You're just going to see me repeat that. Do the edges first. Reload. A little bit more. Continuous motion right across the surface of the headlight. Checking, make sure we got all the edges. We didn't miss any corners or anything right away. You want to do that as quickly as you can. Now we're just going to close up our hard coat here, seal that up. We're going to put the applicator and the hard coat back in our bag just to kind of keep the odor from spreading around. All right, put that back in there. Okay, so in about 12 minutes or so, we've been able to get to this stage of the headlight restoration process with one step of sanding. So I'm going to just wipe my hands off here. Now, for our final step, now that we've got these coated, they look fantastic. They look like they're ready to rock and roll. We have two options. Now, the first option is if you're a mobile technician, this OEM hard coat is frequency tuned to cure really well in sunlight, even on a cloudy day, in about 5 to 7 minutes of direct sunlight, at least to the point where it's not, where it's dry to the touch. We recommend about 24 hours before a car wash, but you can have your customer drive off within 10 minutes of direct sunlight exposure with this UV hard coat. So if you have that mobile polisher and use sunlight, you'll be able to do these mobile repairs anywhere you go with a lot of efficiency. Now, if you're working in a shop setting like we are here, I can either pull the car out in the sun or I can use the GlasWeld curing light, which I'll set up here just to show you how that works. Now, this is powered currently, so it would just set up directly over the headlight like so, and then we just turn the switch on, and we would allow that to sit on each headlight for between 5 to 7 minutes to get it dry to the touch as well, and then the vehicle could be driven off as well. So that's the final step of the process, hardening that UV hard coat so that it will last for years in most climates. So we got those two curing options, curing with the GlasWeld curing light or curing out in sunlight outside, which depending on whether you work in a shop setting or you work in a mobile setting. Guys, I'm really excited to have been able to show you these products today. Again, the three new things that we're excited about is the GlasWeld prep spray to cut down on the multiple steps of sanding that you used to have to do on headlight restoration. Of course, the GlasWeld sand disc number 4 and also the number 5 and the other grits that are available, but the number 4 most importantly. And then the new mobile cordless polisher, super lightweight, super effective at getting a really great finish on headlights and for other detailing purposes as well. And then, of course, that in conjunction with our proven OEM grade hard coat called GClear will give you fantastic headlight restoration results in just a fraction of the time that it used to take and with way less steps. So we're really excited to introduce those things to you. Please follow our social media, our YouTube pages to stay up and informed on all of the updates that we have on this and other product lines as well. Click the link in the description on these new headlight products or go to GlasWeld.com or contact us today if you have any questions at all about these new products from GlasWeld. Thank you so much.